Recording in progress.
What's going on, everybody? Lori Chancellor Phillips. I love it. Love it. Let's go ahead and maybe leave my announcement in the chat. Hey, Ja, how you doing, man?
Well, I'm great. You gonna tell everybody how this ain't financial advice?
Huh?
I
No,
said
no
you gonna
financial
tell
advice.
everybody this ain't financial advice.
This ain't financial advice. This is just what I'm doing.
I know that's right. Oh, I gotta show my shirt. I gotta show my shirt. I gotta show my shirt. Yep.
Where do I get one of those?
Oh, well, I'll send you one. You want one?
For sure, brother. Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'll
I'll
send you
send
a
you one.
message. Awesome. Thank you.
We'll give it a couple more minutes, everybody. All right. Let's see here. Before we get started tonight, is there anybody who has signed up in the last like 3-4 weeks that I have not called out yet? I want to get to know some of you. Would love to get to know some of you and also find out what some of your goals are. Why are you here? You can raise your hand or put in the chat. Let's see here. No new people in this one. I know there's new people in here because there's a lot of names that I have not seen. And I'm pretty good. All right, we have some shy. Oh, okay, here we go. Laura C. with her cool dog. What's up, Laura C? How are you? Let's see. Oh, Frank Barajas. Where do I know that name? Frank Barajas. That sounds super familiar. Laura, can you unmute yourself? Is that okay?
I can do a video.
There we go. Oh, there we go. How's it going?
All right. I have a ferret, so it's just loud in the background. That's why I have the video off. They're distracting.
Nice, nice. Okay, no worries, no worries. Your internet's a little choppy.
Did it?
Your internet's a little choppy. Let's see, that might be a little bit better. All right, can you hear me?
I don't know how to fix it.
No worries. If you probably just turn your video off.
Did that help?
Yeah, that helps. That helps. So where are you from, Laura?
Kansas City, Missouri.
Oh, nice. We have some people out in Kansas City. And when are you in ARC Apex or ARC WealthX?
WealthX.
Nice. Okay. Welcome, welcome. And oh my gosh, there's this huge bug that just flew. If it like hits me and I fall back, you guys just know hopefully I live. Do you have any experience in crypto? Let's see. Did Laura's internet go out here? All right, we'll come back. We'll come back to Laura. I think her internet got slow there. All right, let's see here. We have Lori Chancellor Phillips. Hi, Lori. How are you?
I am well. And yourself?
Nice, nice. Where are you calling from?
Warner Robins, Georgia.
Oh, nice. Cool. I used to live in the country of Georgia, not to be mistaken with the state of Georgia, but Whenever I tell people used to live in Georgia, they're always like, "Oh, I've been to the countryside of Georgia." I'm like, no, the country of Georgia. But welcome. And are you Arc Wealth X or Arc Apex?
Apex.
Nice. Welcome. Who onboarded you, by the way? Jill?
One Love Vegan.
Oh, nice. I love Jill. Is Jill here?
I
Jill's-
onboarded her. So.
Ruben did it. All right. Awesome. Lori, what are your goals? What are your goals here?
Learn crypto. At some point, I want to be able to not have to go back to work and eventually become a millionaire. How's that?
All right. Well, hang in there for long enough. I think you'll do it. Here. And especially at this time, because right now is the time that we're really the scariest time for some, not for us because we're educating ourselves. But I think that this is really, if you've got a shot to become a millionaire in crypto, it's right now. So I'm really glad to have you here.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
All right. I see a name here, Quetzali Torres. Quetzali, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I don't think I've seen that name before.
You did. No, it's it's quite unique.
Yeah. Nice. You're new?
I am, yes.
Oh, nice. Welcome. Where are you calling from?
California. Northern
what part?
California. Livermore.
Oh, okay. I used to have an office in Burlingame, so I know the Bay Area pretty good.
Okay.
Cool. Very cool. And what are your goals, Quetzali?
To be at your level.
All right.
Of course, the first goal is to sign up for Apex. And I literally a few minutes ago just sent a message to Andre, who helped me get onboarded, asking how I go about doing that, because I'd love to be on the fast train, right?
Nice.
So yeah, fully committed. I have my own business, couple businesses that my fiance and I run, and just kind of tired of the rat race. I want something different, and I think this is it. It feels like this is it. So hopefully, fingers crossed.
Well, I was definitely in the rat race when I had my office up there in Burlingame, and I'm really, really, really glad that I left, because it was not cool. Not that I'm not saying that there is not stress over on this side of the fence, okay? Because there definitely is. Every type of business you get into has its levels of stress, but at least I'm in a place that I really like. At least I'm in a place where I'm not getting taxed to death. I know California is very expensive, very tax heavy. And so, in my opinion, really having that financial freedom to do work from wherever in the world kind of trickles down and ends up really helping you in the other two freedoms, like time freedom and location freedom. So I'm really happy to have you here and look forward to helping you accomplish your goals.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here. And you said my name right. And I also go by Q for everyone that is intimidated by the name.
Luckily, I speak Spanish, so I know. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try.
Yeah, well, you live in Panama, right?
Yeah, but so my parents are Cuban. My first language is Spanish, but I do live in Panama and speak Spanish every day.
Right.
So cool.
We'll have to start a Latin event or something where it's.
We're working on it.
Are you?
We're working on it. Yeah, Arc en Español.
Muy bien.
Yeah,
Cuenta conmigo.
muy bien.
En algo podemos apoyar.
Por supuesto. Okay, Ciencia. I know Ciencia was talking with Igor today, and I was right next to him. And I know she's Arc Wealth X because I was right next to him as well. So welcome, Ciencia. How are you? You're muted, by the way, hon. You're muted.
Hello,
There we go.
I'm fine.
Hi. Where are you calling from?
From New York.
New York. That's right. That's right. I knew from New York. But I asked Igor, where in New York is she from? What part of New York? The city?
Well, New York City. It's actually I'm on Roosevelt Island. It's a tiny island between Queens and Manhattan.
I was just in New York a couple weeks ago and we went by Roosevelt. So I took the
Yeah.
ferry. I took the
Oh, you
ferry
did?
from, yeah, it was so cool, man. Oh, I was nostalgic when I was in New York. I'm not gonna lie. I like got to do all the things. And one of my favorite shows is Billions, and it takes place in New York. And I just haven't. I went to New York like in 2017 to go give a talk about crypto. No, sorry, 2018 to give a talk about crypto at a WeWork there. But I like just didn't get to really go explore it. And this time I did. I went to like Central Park. We took the city. We took the ferry. Oh man, I walked the whole, like pretty much from one end of the city to the other. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
It is wonderful.
Yeah, it is. It is. There's something magical. Well, welcome. And what are your goals? What are your goals, Ciencia?
Oh dear. My goal is to become totally financially independent in 10 years.
All right. All right.
When I was raising people, I couldn't do that. Now I'm not raising people anymore. And it's just wonderful. I have some extra money to invest.
Nice, nice. And I overheard you saying that you had been dollar cost averaging into the stock market when you were on with Igor.
Yes, because I started out with stash with $5 about 5 years ago. And, and it has gone pretty well for me. You know,
good.
Because since I don't know, I hear the market goes up, it goes down, but mine still goes, it keeps going gradually up and up and up. I don't worry much about it. Now I want to know more about the coins, I want to know more about this part of it, so that I can make smart choices. And for example, today, the information that we got about the real estate, I want to get in it.
Nice, nice.
I
Well,
do.
we have more information on it today, so I think you guys are all going to be very happy. I have Leon on here, by the way, so we're going to get you more information. Well, Ciencia, welcome. Hopefully we do it in 5 years, not 10 years, because I don't want you to wait 10 years. And we got a lot of heat in action coming in the crypto market. It moves in 4-year cycles. So hopefully we can do it quicker, but no guarantees. Awesome.
Life doesn't guarantee anything. You know, I think life today, not tomorrow. So
right. Yep. Great. Let's see who else is new here. Who else is new? Going once, going twice. All right.
AB Petty had his hand raised. He's new.
AB. Hey, what's up, man? AB Petty. Sorry, I didn't see. Let me unmute you there. So where are you calling from? We can't hear you, brother.
Fall River, Massachusetts.
Ooh, nice, Massachusetts. Yeah. Some of my family still lives in Massachusetts.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I gotta go out there. I haven't been there in a very, very long time, like 30 some years.
Wow.
Yeah, cool, man. Cool. Are you Arc Apex or Arc Wealth X?
Wealth X.
Okay, cool. There's nothing wrong.
I want to see if I got the chops to do it, you know?
Yeah. Listen, man, we got a lot of students in here that started with Arc Wealth X and then upgraded later because they just wanted to take it to the next level. So that's nothing to be ashamed of. So what are your goals?
Well, I want to learn the market, and sky's the limit, right?
Yep. What most interested you in all this stuff?
Yeah, so I've been a piano tuner for 25 years, and it just going, it's not a bad job, but it is work, and it's like you're grinding, and yeah, I like the freedom aspect of it, and I see
Yeah.
the potential. So it's like, I'd like to get to the point where I don't have to like consider every purchase. Just everything's that I have needs for is taken care of.
Yeah, I don't blame you for that. That's very cool, man. That's very cool. Well, welcome. Let's
Thank you.
let's see how we can get you rocking and rolling as quickly as possible. For sure, for sure. Hang in there. All right. Let's see. Who else? Who else is new? We have quite a few. Let's see. All right. If you're too shy, that's okay. Wait, Terrence.
Yeah, what's up?
There you go. Hey, I saw you like unmuting, muting, unmute. I'm always like looking like what screen is moving here? What screen is moving?
No, that's me. That's me.
Awesome, man. Where are you calling from?
I am calling from Detroit, Michigan.
Oh, nice. Very cool. Very cool. And what are your goals, Terrence?
Just like everyone else's is just to build enough, passive income to, quit the rat race, stop working, and really like focus in and hone in on my talents and gifts personally, and of course build generational wealth on top of that.
What are those talents and gifts?
I really like creating music and art of any kind, pretty much. I have some like frames of like music videos that I edit and like do different graphic effects and like different paper tearing effects to them and like different shit like that. And just like overall like being creative and making things.
Nice, nice. Who onboarded you, by the way?
I forget his name.
Who's in OBS? Who's here? Maybe somebody's here who onboarded you. They should be.
But I saw
All right.
I saw the webinar on Billy Carson. So that's what kind of
Okay.
like
Gotcha. Okay, great, man. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna help get you to that stuff so that we can help you, stay in that creative zone, and hopefully only, working on your portfolio, whatever, 10 hours a week, let's say, and then the rest you're doing the other stuff. For those of you that are new, and for those of you who are even old, in the arc, all right, I want to just remind everybody that this is a marathon, not a sprint. All right. There's a lot of students in here right now, and I'm not afraid to say the truth, all right, that are still not making passive income. They're stacking, right? And they may even be sitting in a little bit of a loss, all right? But you've got to be in this for the long haul, because right now the crypto market is not going up and to the right. Not yet, all right? We believe that that's going to happen probably sometime early next year, based off of cycles, based off of what we know, because I've been through 2 full cycles now, 2 full bull markets, meaning the market is going up and to the right, and 2 full bear markets, which means the market is going down and to the right, all right? And they are both violent, all right? It goes up violently and it comes down violently, but it takes time. And let me say this before I kind of pass this on to Leon. One of the main reasons that I'm so excited about the real estate stuff that we have going on is, one, the real estate market is not as violent as the crypto market, even though we are tokenizing the crypto market. All right. And while it's fun to make lots of money, all right, and I did millions of dollars, okay, millions of dollars, in 2021 and part of 2022, okay? You have to realize that it took time for me to get there, all right? And my portfolio got as low as $15,000 back in March of 2020, all right? So it was very scary. I had to have a lot of conviction. I had to know exactly what I was doing, and it paid off, all right? It paid off in strides. And now this is what I'm doing. I'm doing what I love to do the most, which is teach people how to get into crypto, how to get into DeFi. All right. Now, again, it's not going to come without its perils. I'm going to tell you right now, there's going to be some that you lose. There's going to be some that you win. All right. But in the long run, I wouldn't be here if I didn't have a track record for helping people win. All right. I have plenty of students, Matt, Jeremy, Igor, that have all seen our wins. All right. That have all, Casey, one of our other coaches. Okay. And the reason they became coaches is because they're like, we know, we believe, we've made the money. All right. We've made the money. But the reason we got into the real estate side is because when we went to go take profit, the profits were either like, it was too conservative to where we weren't making anything. You might as well just kept your money in your bank account, or it went down too hard, having too much conviction. And so Leon and I, which Leon is on here. I'm going to pass the mic to him here in a few minutes. Leon and I sat down. He lives here in Panama where I live. And we're like, man, he had an Airbnb. He was making really good passive income, a couple $1,000s a month. And he said, shoot, this real estate is really hot here in Panama, depending on where you go. But my problem is, man, it's hard to, come up with the capital to keep buying these real estate. And I said, well, what if we could tokenize it? And he was like, man, you're speaking my language. And so he has a couple of properties, and we just started looking and digging to see where we could find the opportunities. And, lo and behold, we found this opportunity, Cocuye, which is on the Caribbean side of Panama. And it is the closest point to San Blas Islands, which is like a Fiji or a Tahiti. All right. And I think I played a video for everybody last Saturday. Y'all saw, we had for our mastermind that we had here a couple weeks ago, we rented our own island. All right. But these islands, there's 300 of them. They don't have luxury suites, luxury hotels, none of that. It's very roughing it if you want to stay on these islands. In fact, they have little huts that have no air conditioning. They don't even have doors. And they're renting for like 200 bucks a night. All right. And so we actually found the closest point that you could build without getting into the non-buildable indigenous land, which we want to keep it that way. And it's a 15 to 20 minute boat ride from there. And we said, okay, now this is hot real estate. This is hot real estate. And Leon has a place there on the Caribbean as well. And again, it does very, very well. It is definitely out of the way. It takes a while to get to, but Cocuye is in my opinion, is really the spot to be at right now in Panama because of the builders and all this stuff. Again, if you didn't watch last Wednesday and last Saturday, please, please, please get a hold of those videos. Reach out to the person who signed you up, who onboarded you, okay? Or even text message it in the chat in Telegram, in Discord, and we will personally send you both of those videos, and we'll show you where to go in the future so that you don't even have to ask anybody. You know exactly where to go. Watch those two videos. All right, watch those two videos. You can watch it on the way to work or listen to it while you're working out or whatever. But if you are interested in tokenized real estate, that's what you should do. Now, before I, again, pass it on to Leon, I want to tell you personally why this is so near and dear to me, okay? A few months ago, no, actually like 6 or 7 months ago, geez, how time passes. I actually got on the internet because I used to own a home in Dana Point, California. And, I had a little PTSD from the Great Recession, all right? I lived through that. I owned about 4 or 5 properties through that. Did pretty good, made some decent money, but I did have to short sell 2 of those properties at the end of the day. Okay, I had to short sell 2 of those properties at the end of the day. And for those of you who remember what a short sale was, it's old language to me now. But so I ended up buying another property, okay, and actually another 2 properties back in 2012. One of them was a flip, made a quick 20 grand or whatever. The other one was a home that I had, and I fixed it up. It was, you know, roughly around, I want to say, a mile away from the ocean in California. I bought it for like 600, low 600,000, 620, something like that, 630,000. And I ended up selling it a couple of years later for about a $200,000 profit. I think it was like $180,000, $200,000. Don't quote me. But I had fixed it up, and I was like, oh man, this market, it can't keep going. At that point in time, it was already getting close to the 8-year mark, which everybody said, you know, after 8 years, the real estate market starts to go down. The thing is that I thought it was going to be super volatile like before, and I think we're in different times now. And I learned a deep, deep lesson, okay? And that lesson was, I'm never selling my real estate again, okay? I'm never selling my real estate again. And the reason is because that's my solid generational money. Now, the problem with that is this, okay? In order to go out and buy real estate on your own, you need a couple of things. You need stellar credit. You need, you know, a minimum of 10 to 20%. It's probably closer to 20%, all right, if you're coming in with low income. If you have low income, you're never going to qualify for it, okay? And it's a lot of work. And so when Leon and I met, I was like, dude, how do we set this up to where it's not a lot of work? They don't have to put a lot of income into it. They can buy fractions of it if they want to. And they end up, you know, taking advantage of the economic rights or the rent of the real estate on the blockchain. And so we went digging, and one of our students, her name is Gemma. Gemma's been with us now for a year and a half. She leads Thrive Thursdays, by the way. She's the beautiful woman with this beautiful white hair, white reddish hair, who goes into meditation and really dispelling old cycles and patterns of, you know, not being worthy of accepting money. And we believe in that stuff here. All right. I believe it to my core because I used to do the same thing. But now I really believe that dispelling those beliefs in my own mind, I'm like, okay, I'm never selling my real estate. Now, why did I decide that I'm not going to sell my real estate? Well, when I went back to look at the price of that house in Dana Point, in today's value, it was up to $1.4 million. Okay, $1.4 million. Okay, and it was renting for about $6,200 a month. Okay, I probably could have paid it off in that amount of time. And so that $6,200 would have been net to me. Net to me. All right. And so when I sat there and I said, shit, I mean, right now, I'll tell everybody here because I want to be open and honest. I live off about $6,200, maybe $6,500-ish. I live off that. That's all my overhead. So when I saw that and Leon and I started building this, I made a commitment to myself. I was like, I'm not selling my real estate. Okay. I'm going to keep receiving that passive income. Okay. And some of the properties that we have don't start paying for a year or more from now because we're getting in pre-sale. Cocuye probably won't launch until October or December. But I'm not thinking for today. I'm thinking for, you know, in 2012, that was 11 years ago. If I would have just been patient and just said, tighten the belt, I'm going to do this. But now I have the most important tool. I have the fast money to where I can keep putting that into that. And as long as I'm making 10% just in the ROI per year, okay, I'm happy as a pig in mud because I know that real estate's not going to go anywhere, right? And so what I ended up doing was I said, okay, how much do I want to live off of to where I'm going to be happy. Well, that number for me is probably like $300,000 per year. And that doesn't include what I make as the CEO as ARC or in any of my other crypto investments. I have another business that I sold that I still make money off of. Just off my real estate, I want to make $300,000 a year. Well, if I want to make $300,000 a year, how much real estate do I not have to sell? And how much real estate do I have to own? Or do I get to own? Not if I don't have to do anything. Who can do the math? Come on, guys. I need you here with me because this is the sort of stuff that's going to help you do it. Type in the chat. How much do I need? If I need 10%, 300,000. The only one who's responded is Jordan. I need you guys paying attention. Yep. I need more. I need like 15 people. I need 15 people. There's like 3. Am I being that boring?
No.
Okay, now it's picking up. 3 million. I need $3 million. Let me tell you one thing. Let's get you started on this mindset shit. $3 million is not a lot of money. I want you to say it out loud. $3 million is not a lot of money.
$3 million is not a lot of money.
Type it in the chat. $3 million is not a lot of money.
$3
million.
million is not a lot of money.
Thank you. See?
You said say it out loud. I'm going to say it out loud.
Say it out loud. $3 million is not a lot of money. All right?
$3 million is not a lot of money.
Thank you, Jet. Wow.
$3 million is not a lot of money.
$3
$3 million is
not
not a lot of money.
No.
You could make $300,000 per year off of not a lot of money.
Off not a lot of money. Who here in the chat, tell me, if you had $300,000 per year coming in, who here could live very comfortably off of $300,000 per year?
Absolutely, I could.
In additional income.
Absolutely.
Very comfortable. All right. Now, some of you may make more. I see, I'm always looking at the, let's see, Kitselli, because Kitselli's not impressed. She's like, I need $10 million. Because I need $1 million per year. That's cool. Just for me, because I live in Panama. I live off $6,000 per month, and I live pretty fucking good. All right. So I can't even imagine $300,000 a year. And by the way, I make way more than that. All right. I don't make 6,000. I make way more than that. All right. But if I had just like everybody, like a lot of you said, I want to be able to, AB said, I want to be able to just, chill. I want to just chill. Right. Or same thing as Kitselli said, I want to not have to grind so hard. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, you know what? And there was a year I made, $800,000 in 1 year when I was at the law. But my overhead was enormous, right? So that's why I chose to move to places like here, Georgia, Costa Rica, all that stuff, because I was like, I could live really well in other places, lower my overhead, and be good. So it's relative, right? It's all relative. Now, you want to live in, California, then yeah, $1 million, you're probably going to want $1 million per year to live probably how I do here for $300,000 no more or less. I could probably live like in $1 million lifestyle. Shoot, I'm not going to lie. 6,000. Look at this ocean view I have. Like I'm looking at the Panama Canal over there in a 2,000 square foot apartment. Anyways, so look, it doesn't take a lot. But we can build this. If we have that fast money, all right, that's growing on the crypto side over the next 2 years, which again, guys, gals, I really believe we're going to start to see the market turn around here. Now, not tomorrow, but probably within the next 6, 7, 8 months. This is where I have to keep all of you with tunnel vision. All right, this is where you have to focus. This is where you have to pay attention to the boring parts. All right, this is where you're going to dollar cost average in little by little. You're not going to FOMO in just a little bit every month. All right, every month I'm going to put in $500. Every month I'm going to put in $300. I've had students do that. And in the last bull run, I had one student, she paid me $10,000. She started dollar cost averaging with $300 a month. And then she moved it up as she started making more and more. And then she paid for her entire course in probably like 3 or 4 months because the market was hot. When the crypto market gets hot, you can't even hold it with your hands. It'll burn right through. That's how hot it gets. All right. But when the crypto market gets cold, you can't even hold it because it will literally ice freeze your hand. All right. That's how bad it is. So now in my opinion, we've hit very close to the bottom. Pay attention because when those moves start moving, you want to be in something like real estate. You could do it on your own. You could go and buy your own real estate and all that stuff. You don't have to do it tokenized. The reason we're doing it tokenized is to make it easy, way easier than you could do it with a click of a button. You don't have to go through escrow. You don't have to save. You don't have to, boom. No 30 days, no 45 days, 60, 90 days on an investment property. Okay? We'll get it rocking and rolling fast. But we got to be prepared. You got to learn. You got to be learning this stuff. All right? So, Leon has some things that he's going to talk about in regards to the actual tokenomics of our tokenomics. Tokenomics is a company. Tokenomics that we're looking to push out for these first 4 properties. All right, and we have another 2 that we're going to be launching here within the next month or so that you'll also have an opportunity to diversify in. Okay, so we want to try to get as many lucrative properties on our marketplace so everybody has the ability. But you got to learn how this works and how the marketplace works. Now, this is our first property we're launching. All right, this is our first property we're launching. So we had some questions that came up, and we had to back up and go, time out, guys and gals. Let us go back. Let us figure out. Let us go talk to the guys that tokenize the properties for us. Okay, we're partnered with them, and let us see what's going on here. So we have some answers to your questions, and we have some restructuring based off of what we saw as well. Okay, so Leon, without further ado, my man, I know that was a 37-minute rant, but we'll do without it.
Thank you, and Given, thank you for warming up the audience as always and having you here. And hi everybody, my name is Leon. I don't know if you were in Saturday school. If you weren't, in any case, I'm the CEO of the ARC, and I am here with Given in Panama. Reason why I wanted to start talking about Panama, right? Why the project is here, just in case you were not on Saturday school. Okay, so Panama is, as probably everybody knows, above Colombia, below Costa Rica, and it has, access to the Pacific Ocean and the Caribbean Ocean, right? So it's actually a lovely place to be, right? Because it's only 80 kilometers wide. So you can basically drive back and forth many times a day if you want from ocean to ocean. Pretty cool, right? So when we started this process, as Given was sharing, we were looking at different properties and we found this huge opportunity. And I wanted just to say, why is this a great opportunity, right? Why is Cocuye a great opportunity, the opportunity we're looking at? It's because in Panama, surprisingly, the Caribbean coast is very undeveloped. I don't know if anybody has, been here for the mastermind, if you were here or you have visited Panama on your own. But basically, there are only 2 spots in Panama that actually have some kind of tourism. One is in the map, it's called Bocas del Toro, and the other are the San Blas Islands, right? That we are talking about. And if you saw about the mastermind, we had a great mastermind event one day there that was absolutely gorgeous. So if you see the screen now, I don't know if anybody has the mic open. If you could mute, please. If you look at this screen, this is the northern east part of Panama, of the country, and the islands are there. You can't see many on the photo, but there are around 300 islands, okay? So quite a few, more than 300. So all this green little part of the map that you see is actually the indigenous region that Given was mentioning that we cannot build on, right? And just to the left part, you see that's written Santa Isabel. So that's very near where this project is going to be, right? And this is I would say the first project in Panama that actually is tokenizing with DeFi. It's new technology, and it's one of the most exciting technologies we've seen globally, right? And this is something I wanted to talk about because there are several routes to tokenize in real estate nowadays, right? And several, players that are tokenizing in different ways, right? We are developing a new, let's say, economy, right? And I wanted to share a bit of info of what we were talking about on Saturday, which I hope answers a few of the questions that some of you had. In regards to the tokenization protocol we're looking at, right? And please, we're gonna open questions at the end of this. So, whatever you have, just, write it down and we'll look at it at the end. So we're looking at tokenizing real estate, and real estate, as we know, is a real world asset, right? We also know that real estate is a very illiquid investment you can make, right? Like, it's not common that you can buy an apartment. Any of us can do that, right? But if you go through a mortgage, this is not going to be, you're not going to buy an apartment in 24 hours, right? You're going to have to go through a few things, a few legal processes, signatures, back and forth, even with the bank if you have a mortgage, and then you're going to have, the property once, you get it. And okay, now you bought the property. If you actually wanted to sell it, then it's not even going to be that quick, right? You're going to have to find the buyer and go through this process again, right? So it's an illiquid market, right? So what tokenizing is trying to offer is the ability to, make available this supply of property to all the buyers. That means us at a very liquid rate that we can buy and sell in a matter of minutes. Okay, so I want you to think about this: that you can buy a fraction of a property and sell it in a matter of minutes, right? Compared to the traditional market, it's a very different approach, right? It is challenging, and one of the things I want to say about the technology we're using, it's very simple. So tokenizing, you can tokenize debt, as a mortgage. You could tokenize equity, but the technology we're looking at is tokenizing the economic rights, the future economic rights of the property. So it's not tokenizing the ownership, okay? We are not becoming a real estate investment trust. You are not really taking ownership, through the token of the property, but we're actually accessing the money it's going to get. And what money can, what revenue stream can a tokenized property give? It can give cash flows from, the lease contract, right? Every month there's going to be a cash flow that's going to be net after you take, away all the expenses. And there's going to be, there's going to be, also a capital value, right? If the actually property, you sell it at a higher price, there's also a capital value, right? Increase. So there's two ways of actually making money, right? Through a token, right? So this new technology is looking to not, go into the property, but into the economic value, the future economic rights of the property, right? This is what we're actually tokenizing. And this is very important, right? To understand, what tokenizing is going to do for us, okay? So I wanted also to mention here that, this technology is, based on, let's say, dividing the property in 100,000 parts. So let's make a very simple example. You have an apartment that is costing $500,000. Okay, so when you divide it in 100,000 parts, each little part is going to cost $5, right? Very simple. So this is the token value we're looking at. Okay, and if you bought $5,000 or 1,000 tokens, you would have access to the 1% of the economic rights of the property. Is that clear? So.
Will you repeat that, please?
Sure. If you look at my slide, the last point is the one I'm a bit talking about, right? So whatever property value there is, we're gonna divide it in 100,000 fractions that are the tokens, right? And each 1,000 tokens then will have a 1% of the value, okay? Which will give you 1% access to the economic rights of the property. So this is where it gets interesting, right? So if that property was given, for example, $10,000, you would have a 1%, of that for each percent you have of tokens. Okay. We're gonna go into depth into this later, but let's look at a bit what Kokuye is. Okay. So Kokuye, again, this is a new development. There's only a couple of construction sites right now there. We're talking about something I can't remember given if it was because I'm from Spain, so we use a different metric system than you guys, but I think it was something like 1,500 acres of land, okay, that the developer has purchased. And this is, as you can see in the photo below, that's actually the real photo of where we are, okay, in doing the construction site. So this is pure Caribbean, okay, white sand, pure Caribbean land for development. So we're basing this development on the history of the Caribbean. And I'm sure many of you have been to the Bahamas or maybe been to, Puerto Rico or been to other parts of, the Caribbean. And, just to say those two, because they're the best linked to the US, but there's a ton of very nice places in the Caribbean that keep developing and growing. Number one actually is Puerto Rico. No, sorry, Dominican Republic. Puerto Rico is in the number 3 approximately. And Panama is at the number 5, but really, really moving quick. Why? Because the Caribbean coast is not developed at all, okay? So this is a massive opportunity because we're looking at a massive piece of land with very known developers that are gonna even build an airstrip, and it's only 2.5 hours from the city. And the best thing of this, it's next to San Blas. San Blas is the number 1 touristic spot of Panama that has thousands and tens of thousands of visitors every year, nonstop. And if you guys saw the mastermind videos, it has 0 infrastructure. Actually, people live there in huts, really huts. I mean, with not even no infrastructure at all, not even like water pipes, nothing at all. So this is a development we're looking at to be the new luxury spot that has access to the best touristic spot of Panama. And it will allow access by seaplane in only 15 minutes, which is really, really, really nice from the city. Imagine you land in the city of Panama in 15 minutes, you can take another plane and be in the number 1 touristic spot of Panama. So this is going to be what we think is going to be the number 1 developing site in the next years coming, because again, there's no competition in the Caribbean for this. This is how it looks like from the upper part. We are actually getting in the development of the first phase of the project. Right now, there's only, again, 2 construction sites there. One is in the same complex we're actually building. And there's going to be a boutique hotel nearby, which has a limited number of rooms, and a second hotel at the other side. The rest is going to be all the first line, okay? And this is where the fourplex is going to be. And it's going to, our fourplex is going to have 2 swimming pools, 4 apartments, and 2 different floors. And it's going to look like this. So this is the model that we're looking at. And it has 124 square meters per apartment, which I don't know how much is in another, measure, but that's basically how this would be looking. This is the first project we're doing in Panama. And again, we have done an analysis of cost and return based on the only more or less similar project in that coast. And we have come up with a few very nice numbers that I'm going to show you in the last slide. So these are all photos of how it's going to look from the developer standpoint. This one is actually the other construction point that they're already doing. That is going to be the restaurant and bar and cafe. Again, this is the view from above. This is the other model of building actually there. And this we're going to be doing, by the way, if anybody has questions on the, let's say, the management part, this is going to be done by a local company that is under control of Given, and it's going to be ARC Real Estate. So everything that is in terms of, taking care of, the not only the oversight of the construction and development, but also the future management and sending the returns to the token holders, right? I'm not going to get into the tokenomics, but of course we can answer questions on the question side. Now, how does this look like in the capital stack? So the valuation of the property, the whole property, is 1.7 million, right? And it has 4 apartments, 2 swimming pools again, and it's literally 30-40 meters from the sea. So it's a really beautiful view. The common equity side is, what stays in the ARC Real Estate as a company, right? Which is, also because we pay the initial payment, down payment. And what we're looking at is to tokenize, and this is a change from Saturday School based on the questions we received. At the moment, we're gonna tokenize the whole project. Why did we change on this? Because, we thought, that it's only fair that we bring the the development to everybody, and everybody has access to it, and can already get into the project from the beginning. And if we tokenize the whole thing, and we don't need to get into financing for a bank, we're gonna do it this way. But if we need to change that down the line, we're gonna do it as well. So, but we're gonna open the possibility to tokenize 92.7% of the total value of the development, right? And again, this is the value before it's built. Once it actually develops and it starts bringing returns, the value probably is gonna go up, right? The annual cash flows we have foreseen is around $255,000. And as we said, there's only a 10% management fee. So a distribution of 90%, which would bring, based on our estimate, a return on investment per year to the token holder of 13.4%. So this is I think a very good figure, right, that we're looking at in terms of returns. And this again would be liquid. So you would buy a token, you could sell at any point. It's liquid. Based on the marketplace, and actually it gives you 13.4 returns per year %, and it's paid quarterly directly into your wallet in DAI. Okay, so for the ones of you that are new, maybe I'm speaking things that probably you don't really understand, but please feel free to hit me with any question that you might have, and we're going to try to make it as simple as we can. For those of you that were on Saturday school, please let me know. Again, if we're answering some of your questions or concerns or whatever you have in mind, because we're here for that. Okay, so this was a very brief presentation, trying to build up on what we did on Saturday school and trying to again explain a bit better what the technology is in terms of our partner, which is Blocksquare, and how we're actually gonna do it. At the moment, the marketplace is there, is tokenizedrealestate.fi. You can already go in and whitelist your address, through MetaMask. KYC, sorry, yeah, we are the ones whitelisting. KYC your address. So, and then once we do the listing, then it's gonna be market price, because we're doing the of course, as we mentioned Saturday, there's a pre-sale for ARC members that where we are gonna top up any purchase above $10,000, because this is something we can offer so far. So please let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to look at the chat, because when I was speaking, I couldn't get to the chat to see if there's anything I could answer there. Naomi saying no hurricanes in Panama. By the way, that's super important. There are no hurricanes in Panama. Actually, there's been no hurricane ever registered in Panama, and I think those data is 150 years old. So 150 years, no hurricanes in Panama. So this is actually what makes this a very good investment, because there will be for tourism for 12 months a year, which is amazing, right? Compared to anywhere else in the Caribbean. You cannot do that in Puerto Rico. You cannot do that in Dominican Republic. Those are all hurricane-prone countries. Is there insurance in the event of hurricane destruction? Again, Simon, no hurricanes in Panama. We will have an insurance for, natural disasters, but that could be maybe an earthquake or other things that, could be registered, or, flooding. Again, but the construction is elevated 1.20 meters from sea level, just in case to have a security in terms of flooding. Estimated time of completion, Chase, yeah, it's after October. I would probably say October, November, December 2024. It's going to be from 12 months. But please raise your hand if you have any question. Let me know in the chat if you have any question. Please go ahead. How does this sound? Do you guys like the idea to have a piece of the Caribbean? What could be a piece of a property that could be rivaling Punta Cana in a few years? It's just pretty amazing. And for the ones of you that have been in the mastermind, and you've actually seen San Blas firsthand, you know what I'm talking about. It is absolutely gorgeous. It is amazing. Number one. Thank you, everybody. I see you writing on the chat. It is amazing.
Yeah, so we're because we're going to be airdropping those first tokens out to everybody. This is just the first one. If you're a raging degen or a wealth renegade, you probably already know what the deal is. We're giving you an additional 2% in tokens, so that we needed to airdrop these tokens. So you're going to be sending us the money, and then we will send you the tokens. But there is no minimum above 10K. Now, if you're wealth renegade or raging degen, you have to have at least 10K coming in order to qualify for those 2% of tokens. But you can enter, like Leon put here, $17.12 is the minimum to buy a fraction of a token. You can buy as many or as little as you want. But we anticipate, because we're just starting this, that we will sell out, hopefully, probably within the next 3-4 months, because we are just launching the marketplace, and it's going to take us a little bit of time to do that. But what I'm going to be doing, all right, is I'm going to be dollar cost averaging into the tokenized real estate project, into ARC Real Estate. All right. So this is not, and full disclosure, I put $10,000 into this one. Leon put $10,000 into this one. All right. So the next one that we got coming up, I'll probably put another 10,000. Now, yeah, or more. But you don't have to put 10,000. You can come in and say, you know what, all I got is 200. All right. But this is better than saving and waiting for you to, buy that real estate property, and then you got to do all the stuff, and you got to do it. You got to make sure your credit's good. You got to make sure you have enough money to afford it in case all these things. We've got all that covered. So this is where we take our generational wealth, AB. This is where that real long-term money goes. All right. This is where I'm putting it, and it's based off of, again, a lot of lessons. All right. I showed you guys last week my incident where I was on the high seas with my family with 8 to 10 foot swells, and I was reminded of something that my dad used to tell me: a calm sea never made a good sailor. Well, I haven't been through too many calm seas in the crypto market. And I've learned a lot of lessons in real estate and in crypto, and now I'm blending them both. And here is where I'm going to solidify that long-term wealth here. So get ready, fill out that form. Jeremy, do we have the form can you drop the form in the chat? And by the way, here's the marketplace, so you guys can all see it's a legit marketplace.
I just wanted to share this because at the moment we haven't listed the property, because what happens is when we list the property, anybody can connect and buy. So what we're doing is a pre-sale for you guys. That's why we're not listing it yet, but we're going to list it this week because we're already, in the process for it. Once it's listed, then, we're just going to leave it at marketplace price, right? We're not going to be able to give any more, percentage on top, because that goes from company equity. Okay. But this is how it's going to look like. You still have to KYC to buy or receive your tokens, right? That means you need to come here to the marketplace, connect your wallet. Everything is through safe, okay, wallet technology. You don't have to send. If anybody contacts you and asks you for money, please do not send any money. Everything is going to be, in a safe environment, unless we actually habilitate, which we might, an address to do this pre-sale, okay? But everything is going to be done once this is listed through your wallet, MetaMask, approved, okay? And you're going to have, because Chase was asking, how do you get your money? You're going to have your unclaimed revenue here. And every 3 months that we do the payouts, you just collect your wallet, you can collect your money, okay? The very good thing I want you guys to know, as this is in blockchain, everything is on blockchain. If you sell your tokens, the last day, you don't miss your payout. You're still going to get the last, 89 days, accrued here, even if you don't have the token anymore, okay? Because the system is created, that for the time you had the token, you would still get the return, So it's pretty cool technology, okay? Everything is going to be here listed. Our listings are going to come very soon. So you're going to find them here in the marketplace. And again, this is how it looks like in the insights, okay? So you can already come in inside the marketplace and check it out.
And by the way, just to be clear, everybody, we'll start making payouts once the property is fully built, all right? And once we start collecting rent. So, and again, the reason that we just go 100% financing it with us, one, we have time, all right? And two, what happens if there is another outbreak of whatever, or a recession or a downturn? Well, we're not going to lose the house to the bank, all right? Or the property to the bank. So, as Leon said a few months back, so we win, the people who use the property win, And the only one who loses is the banks, which is exactly who I want to lose. All right. So, but all right. So Igor, what's going on, my man?
Jaime asked a good question in the chat. He said, so if you're collecting the money right now, and what is it doing if the project won't become completed until next year? Is being invested and growing? Yeah, I think Leon, you also cleared some things up today when we were on the phone. Can you kind of go over the funding process and where the funds are going and the timeline for that?
Yeah, so we have a trust account, right? I don't know if you can hear me because I see you have low bandwidth, but I think it's you, Igor. So we have a trust account in the bank, right? Because we have to do disbursements, right, through the development plan. So this is very important, right? Like we already have to do we already did the first disbursement, then the next one comes 30th September, then we have a plan to go disbursing. So that money stays in the trust account until we actually finish the project, because then we need to pay out all the rest, and then we need to buy the furniture and start the process, right? So it's really to be in the trust account until the 15 months, so it can move, we can, as again, it's going to be a trust account, so we can probably ask, to report on it on an expenditure meanwhile.
Yeah, so again, we literally pay as they build. So we know we're not getting rugged. And Leon and I are actually going out this weekend to film. We're going to do some drone footage and all that stuff to put it on the marketplace, which if you need to sell it in the future, hopefully when it's cash flowing, not now, you can sell it before that, okay? But you'll have a really nice marketplace that's got drone footage, video footage, very high quality photographs, so that people go, wow, these guys really did a good thing. There are some other real estate projects out there, tokenized real estate, but they are all like they don't know how to market a property, in my opinion. So we got a lot of advantages in what we're doing. So yeah, guys, gals, I gotta go because I'm doing a live with Billy Carson right now on Instagram. But Leon, I'm gonna pass it on to you.
Sure.
And I'm gonna make you host, and you guys keep asking questions. We like the questions because, again, this is our first tokenized property, and the more we can really get here, that's gonna help us build the marketplace. And we've got a really good plan to be building this marketplace. That's the key here, is building the marketplace. And because let me say this, guys and gals, there is no shortage of good real estate deals. There is no shortage of good real estate deals. I have been hit up so many times over the last 6 months. Oh my gosh, you got to buy here, you got to buy there. I have this property, I have this property. We're looking for the cream of the cream. But what's going to make your tokens the most valuable is the marketplace. And I guarantee you, once you guys see and gals see how easy this is to buy, you're going to want to recommend your friends, and we're going to have a really nice network effect on this. So, for Raging Degens and shoot, I got to go. And Wealth Renegades, we are working out a referral program for you guys, so you guys can make some money off every single person that you refer as well. No multi-level marketing, because we don't believe in that stuff here. But all right, guys, see you later. I got to go. Leon, I'm assigning you as host.
I'm co-host, don't worry. Okay, thank you, Swami. So just answer a few questions. So does the money gain interest in a trust account while it's waiting to be used? I would assume it does. Not much, because, in Panama, I guess they're not going to give us more than a 1.5 or 2%. But we will probably check once we have, the trust open. We don't have the account open yet, so we're going to look at that. We're going to, at the moment, hold it in crypto. And this is important, because once we move it from crypto to the bank account, right, we're going to lose a 2% transaction, right? So it would be actually better that we actually made something before losing the 2%, right? So we're going to just disburse it as we need, but we might just have it on the blocks. I'm going to talk with Jeremy about this, but we might as well just have the money in crypto in an address, so you guys can see all the time what the money is being disbursed for, right? And then we can just inform you guys, okay, what the payment is. So it's going to be probably everything on the blockchain, right? Jeremy, we can do that, right?
Yeah, yes, sir, we can. So it'll be an address and you can just log on to DBank and check it out anytime.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's going to be easier, to maintain transparency, to keep it in the blockchain. So, Harlan, what do you think it took so long for this property to develop? I don't know what you mean so long, because it's the only timeline we have negotiated from the beginning, right? In 12, 15 months, for a building is, at least in Panama, is pretty average. Especially, you have to consider that the place is more than 2 hours away from the city, right? So you have to move all the building materials, you have to move all the workers. So I think they're being quite conservative, right? 12, 15 months of construction. And I think that's actually gonna, have a quicker, a quicker roadmap once the hotel, starts developing. They are actually on it right now. We're gonna send you guys some footage from this weekend. What are Raging DJs and Renegades? Okay, Quetzali. So that's our NFT holders, by the way. I think the coaches can explain it much better than me. I'm the COO, but that's our NFT holders, right? We have two types of NFT holders, was Renegades and Raging Degens, that usually they get access to some other perks in the community because they're token holders, okay? And that includes, some extra tokens when they buy. I think Igor covered that. Is there a price difference in Raging Degens and Renegades? If you mean for the NFT, that has been covered.
Hey, Leon.
What occupancy? Yeah.
Hey,
ahead.
just for anybody in Apex, if you guys want to learn more about Wealth Renegades, in the top plays channel and the Discord, there's a whole thing on Wealth Renegades. The price is $12,500, and there's a lot of new benefits that were created too since the mastermind happened. But if you're interested in buying one, it gives you a free mastermind ticket and lifetime membership in Apex in our community. But reach out to your OBS if you're interested in purchasing one. And I think there might also be a form to fill out. But yeah, go to the top plays channel in the Discord, and you'll see a lot about the Wealth Renegades. Lots of cool new benefits. So definitely a lot to unpack, and not enough time to do it right now.
Thank you. So I'm actually answering also on occupancy rate. So there is a project that is a small national project, and I mean national, like national tourism, that is just in the beginning of the road, and it's called Playa Escondida. And it actually gives a very good return. We thought about it, to get into that property, in terms of tokenizing. But the problem with that project is that it's becoming very massive. So we thought it's a risk to actually get a property there that might get us a good return now, but then we're stuck with it, in 2, 3, 4 years. We could, of course, sell it, but, if they actually develop and for some reason the market goes down, wanted a longer play, the data from that development project, okay, William, to get our numbers, okay, that's where we got the 90% of the weekends. To tell the truth, that place is booked 52 weeks, like, in full for the weekends. So, but our place is much more exclusive, and that's why I think, and of course it's near to San Blas, so that's why it's actually going to be a better option. So Chase, just answering about why it's been undeveloped for so long. Again, think about the Caribbean being undeveloped still in Panama, which is very interesting. The reason for that, if you guys want to know a bit of background, is actually the Panama Canal. So Panama City and the Panama Canal are in the Pacific coast. So the main road to Panama with Costa Rica is in the Pacific. So if some of you have been to Costa Rica, you probably know that. The Interamericana is on the Pacific coast. And there's been no development in the Caribbean coast except the project I'm talking about, or Bocas del Toro. So will it develop with time? Yes. Everything in the Caribbean will develop with time, guys. It's just a matter of time. It's beautiful. Tourism is rising, right? So the fact that this piece of land, Chase, did not develop is because they took 25 years to buy the land. 25 years. They had to buy piece by piece of land to get to the 1,500 acres. And, this land didn't have a title, like in the public registry. They had what it was called like a right to possession. I don't know the word in English because it's, some word, legal wording here, but there was no title for the property. So sometimes they had to buy the same property to 3 different people, because everybody thought they was the owner. So it took them 25 years to actually buy all the land. So it's right now where they're actually starting. And these guys, they're not even developing, marketing the project. We basically had to go and find them. what safeguards will there be against the developer if project isn't completed or held up longer to complete? Well, if the project isn't completed, they have to give us back the money in full. Okay, that is part of the contract. If they take longer to complete, it depends how much longer, right? Like we are reasonable until like maybe 30, maximum 60 days under justification. If they actually delay more than 6 months, then we would take them to court based on the contract, right? Because we have a contract for the development of the project. Okay, Karen? On the marketplace, are you signing in? It's asking for an email and password. We just click on sign up. Yeah, definitely. You have to sign up. This is a new platform, okay, guys? So you have to sign up to ARC Real Estate, to the marketplace. This is a new marketplace. Sign up, create your account, and then you have to white label yourself, KYC yourself and your wallet personally, okay? Okay, Chase. Frank at the 13.4%. Again, this is an estimation, okay, Frank? It might start slower until the area develops, and then we might even surpass 13.4, So this is an estimation based on the numbers we have, right? How often do we receive profit, and where does it go? As mentioned, it goes to the marketplace. There's going to be a quarterly disbursement, okay? So you're going to receive that in your marketplace, and you're going to connect your wallet, okay? And you're just going to take the DAI automatically, okay, to your account, okay?
Let's see how many people get these notifications. Let's see who gets these messages tonight. I got on my esoteric.
Okay, awesome. Anybody has any other question? Anything you want to know about, project in general? This is not going to be the only project, guys, but we're very excited because it is the first project we're doing, right? New technology, new project, new way of using DeFi, and we're going to bring more projects up, and not all the projects are going to be up. I'm going to give you something that, we're going to bring new to the community soon, is that we're going to be able to also tokenize private property. At the moment, we can only do it through a corporate resolution. That means a company that allows us to have the legal right of the economic, returns of the property. But in the future, guys, any of you will be able to tokenize your property. And which is very awesome about this, it means you will be able to stake the value of your property in the Block Square pool, okay? So you will be able to make money out of having your property staked, okay? So this is going to be coming with a few new things, also with borrowing and lending protocol that is going to be in the new system, okay? But this is really the start of what we think is going to be the future of real estate. So I hope you liked the presentation. I hope you got some value today. And again, if you guys have any question, we just created a Discord channel. I think everybody should be having access, right, Igor? And it's called ARC RE from ARC Real Estate, and just you can post questions there anytime. We're gonna be answering, and learning. The truth is we're also learning as we do. Okay, this is again a first time project, and we're very excited. We're learning as we do, and we really want this to be a really a winner for everybody. Thank you, Igor. Yeah, we're all part of history with DeFi. So if no more questions, guys, I'm going to be closing. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Leon.
Have a nice evening. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
No, but your head's good. I mean, I can see just the top of your head. It's So I need to move up some. Yeah, no, move back a little bit. So I can see your hat. There you go, right? All right, cool. Yeah. Cool. What's going on, bro? How you doing? All good. Good, man. All good. Thanks for hopping on. Yeah, of course. Yeah. And I was just teaching a class here where we tokenized real estate. So now you're able to go buy real estate on the blockchain. I just jumped off that class to get on here with you. Nice. But that's a big thing that we see is going to be a huge trend in the next bull market, this next bull cycle. Yeah. But yeah, man. No, it's good to be on with you. It's good to be on. Are you staying safe with the hurricane going on over there? Oh yeah, man. I'm in the Forbidden Castle, man. Forbidden Castle. I've been to the Forbidden Castle. You've been in the castle? This castle ain't going nowhere. No. I want to. If I were you, I'd be like in the movie room, man, chilling.
Yeah, we're gonna watch the movie in the movie theater tonight. You know, this house is built with solid concrete, poured concrete, steel rebar, steel reinforced overhang, steel reinforced roofs. I mean, this house literally is not going in. A tornado can't take this house away. So, yes, it's pretty sound. And then I have